This carpenter was cutting a tree while his wife didn't care about that. The tree was quickly cut down, but the wife miscalculated. A tree branch got stuck in the heart of the pulley rope. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't pull it. Then, the tree fell towards her, and her right arm was crushed and covered in blood. Because of the pain, she couldn't stop screaming in agony. The carpenter tried to pull her arm away, but it's impossible. Her arm kept bleeding. That was an unexpected situation. After that, the husband suddenly picked up the axe. What was he going to do? Did he want to cut down the tree? No, what he wanted to cut was his wife's arm. The wife was so scared that she still screamed. But it's too late, his axe fell down. For her, losing an arm was very painful. She used to be a beautiful girl. But now, without an arm, she became a different person. She could only desperately vent her anger on the mirror. Her husband was preparing a prosthetic arm for her. But she refused because it's too ugly to receive. Now, she just wanted to enjoy a life that she had before. She also wanted to continue taking care of her flower garden. However, after losing an arm, she lost a lot of strength in everything she did. Every night, she could only cry. The husband, of course, was unhappy. He was determined to design a new arm for his wife. But the wife just wanted a new arm in gold. Although money was important, he loved his wife more than money. So he did whatever his wife wanted. They sold all the valuables in the house, but it still wasn't enough. The only way was to borrow. After that, the husband burned the gold and made a prosthetic arm. Finally, the golden arm completed, she was very happy. Now, she was recuperating just like beforehand. She was still the prettiest girl with this golden arm. But then, she fell ill. She contracted the yellow lung disease. Because her skin absorbed a large amount of gold from her arm. A doctor said that she could be alive when she took off the golden arm. But for her, this golden arm was everything. It couldn't be taken off. The husband respected his wife's opinion. Now, she was miserable when lying on the bed. She told her husband to bury this golden arm with her when she died. The husband only agreed with her. At the funeral, the wife and her golden arm rested together in the coffin. After his wife passed out, the husband became extremely depressed. But what's worse was the economy went into recession. His job was also affected. Moreover, he couldn't pay back the loan that he borrowed to make the golden arm. That night, when he played the piano at home, he turned back to look at the picture of his late wife. He stepped forward and said, "I have to get it back." This husband was digging his wife's coffin. What he wanted was his wife's golden arm. He directly took it off. But this arm was so tight that he couldn't get it. Just as he was about to cut down the golden arm with an axe, suddenly he saw his wife was glaring at him. He then closed her eyes. Once again, he wanted to chop it down. This scene was familiar to that at the beginning of the movie. When he had just cut off the golden arm, his wife opened her eyes and stared at him. He was so scared that he immediately drove away. As soon as he got home, he heard horrible sounds outside. Then the wind blew into the house. And the late wife's photo fell to the ground. But when he looked closely at the wife's photo, something changed. She was holding an axe. Then he stepped forward, the picture changed again. He picked up the photo and looked at it. He was so scared that he immediately ran upstairs. Right now, he had the sense that his wife returned. Suddenly, the main door opened. He quickly went back to his room and hid in the bed. And the wife with an axe was going upstairs. The door slowly opened. Suddenly, a thunderclap exploded, the lights went off. The husband could only wrap a sweater around his head. The door opened while his wife walked up to him. He immediately surrendered the golden arm. Finally, the wife was gone. Then, he slowly poked his head out. But suddenly the wife stabbed him with an axe. He died immediately on the spot. The next day, people saw the couple holding hands on the bed. No one knew what happened. But the two would be buried together with the golden arm. Surely, no one would dig it up anymore. 50 States of Fright is an American horror series. The folk legends of each state are modeled on the modern style. The old legends are turned into real-life versions. After watching the golden arm, I wonder what the husband did wrong.